Hello, everybody. Um, Greetings from Philadelphia. I hope that you're all doing well. I have several things to go over and to talk to you about. I'm obviously not there today. I will be back on Monday. I'm coming back to North Carolina on Sunday. A couple people have been asking about how everything's going. The procedure that they wanted to do on the baby was successful, so that's good. We just have to kind of be monitored closely, and we'll see whether or not the procedure will actually end up working. The baby has developed something called hydrops, which is basically heart failure, and it's pretty bad news. But this is kind of like our last shot, so we're trying it, and hopefully it will work. But I will keep you guys updated. Um, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about 1984. I thought about doing this like one of those sci-fi video journals where the person's starting to go crazy because they're the last person on Earth and everything, but I couldn't think of a funnier, creative way to do that and still talk about 1984. So I'll just talk about 1984 instead. You guys should have made a poster last time, last class, about the Brotherhood or about Big Brother. Hopefully you did that and found it interesting. We've got two kind of opposing forces, and the book's starting to get a little bit more interesting because now we're seeing kind of the resistance of the group. We're starting to see, you know, the other side of Big Brother, I guess, might be a good way to look at it. I want you to be thinking about a couple of different things. One, we found out about O'Brien and that he supports Goldstein. I want you to think about the inner party. O'Brien's supposed to be this kind of, I don't know how to describe it. He's in the inner party, so he is better than other party members. But they have a lot of rights and privileges that some of the other party members don't have. He can turn off the telescreen so he doesn't have to be monitored. And he doesn't have to follow all the same rules that the outer party does. So I want you to think about O'Brien. I want you to think about what his motives are, what kind of character he is. Why does Winston trust him so much? They haven't really even talked. Winston just kind of has this feeling that they're on the same page. But O'Brien gives them very plain consequences. He wants them to understand that they could be tortured and that they could be killed for supporting the Brotherhood. And Winston and Julia both are fine with that. They have this interesting discussion about how it doesn't matter what they confess or what they say, as long as they know inside themselves what's right and what's wrong. And we've talked about this, that if every single day the school or your parents or whatever were shouting this lie at you and telling you this lie, all of you have been like, well, I know what's true inside. Well, that might be so, but after a while you have to kind of start to get psychologically unclear at best, right? That oh, maybe they are right, or maybe I don't really remember that, or maybe that's not really true. I want you to be thinking about that. Is Winston right? Is everything just kind of okay if they get tortured and they confess everything, but in their heart they know what's right and they know what's true and they still believe that? Does it matter if they confess everything? That's interesting to think about. I also want you to think about and predict at this point, where is the book heading? And we might talk more about this on Monday, but we've seen now that Winston and Julia are able to kind of join this brotherhood. And you'll see, I think it's in the chapter you're going to read today and over the weekend, that O'Brien gives them a book, and this book is supposed to give them more ideas and more information about the brotherhood. So I want you to be thinking and predicting, will Winston and Julia and O'Brien be successful? Will they be able to join the Brotherhood and kind of work towards defeating Big Brother? Or will Big Brother find out and vaporize them or whatever. As we move on towards the end of the book, too, I want you to be thinking more and more about how does Winston know what's right? How does he know what's true? How does he know what sort of things to follow? Why does he not believe Big Brother? Why does he trust O'Brien so much? Because he just sort of goes at it and trusts him for no apparent reason. I'm sorry that you guys have had to read so much in class without my guidance, but hopefully when you did that activity on the block day, you started thinking a little bit more about the differences between Big Brother and the Brotherhood, and you know, how they're reaching out to their prospective parties. I'm looking forward to seeing the posters that you guys made. Today and over the weekend, I want you to read the next two chapters, Part 2, Chapter 8, and Part 2, Chapter 9. And on Monday we will catch back up. We're hopefully we'll finish the book relatively soon, because I do want us to be able to move on to Lord of the Flies. But be thinking about that. Is Winston right? Can he confess and deny something, but really in his heart still believe it and accept it, and that be okay, an okay thing to do? And I want you to kind of predict, where's the book heading? Is O'Brien and Winston, or are O'Brien and Winston and Julia going to be successful? Is this going to work out? Or are things going to kind of crumble? And I also want you to be thinking about the character of O'Brien. This is the first time we've really gotten to see or hear him speak. Is he being totally truthful to Winston? How did he get to be an inner party member if he's for the Brotherhood? You know, what all does he know about the Brotherhood? Why does Winston trust him so much? So I will see you guys on Monday. I do have internet access here, so if you want to email me a question or you're not clear about something, please feel free to contact me. There's also a chat function on Canvas that is pretty much never used because it's not really that useful, but if I am on Canvas at the same time you are, you're welcome to shoot me a message. But I will see you guys on Monday.